Buggy the Clown is about to take his rightful place as Pirate King. Find out how on Nerd Culture News, where I bring you facts about fiction. Today we're looking at chapter 1082 of One Piece. Let's go and claim it. The chapter starts out over at Marine headquarters where the Marines are freaking out because one of their own has been slaughtered, but not by another pirate, but by a random civilian, because the Marines also have bounties on their heads now. We've known about this for a little while now, that the Cross Guild is going and putting on bounties on Marines' heads, so that way not only are the civilians trying to capture pirates to occasionally try and go and get money, but it's really desperate in certain parts of the world. So yes, civilians are going up and taking down some of the Marines now, so now their backs aren't safe in civilian territories, just like pirates haven't been this entire time. I, for one, find this dynamic to be a really fun shift in the storytelling that we've had and in the world that we've had up to this point with One Piece. Marines typically do have the upper hand in most situations when it comes to One Piece, so now seeing them have to basically hide back a little bit, or at least have the fear that pirates do of just going out into normal society, is really exciting. Of course, they're sitting there asking, where in the world is Garp at? Because we know for a fact that he's been off basically going and trying to take down everyone to get Kobe back. There's just so much happening right now in One Piece that this is like the perfect time. This is the ramp up time before we get whatever is about to happen, because you can tell, especially by the end of this, that they are building up more and more and more. After we have our little bit of fun time with the Marines being all freaked out, we get to go over to R1, Buggy the Clown. It seems like Buggy is on top of the world at first. He has his kingdom. He has people coming to him and worshiping him and seeing him as the next pirate king. And basically the civilian from earlier in the chapter that they had talked about going and killing off one of the Marines, well, he went to Buggy, and this guy, you can obviously see he had no intentions of wanting to go and become a pirate. It's just his family was in need, and he had to do what he had to do to go and provide for them. He had no intention of this lifestyle, which is something that happened for a lot of people during pirate times. One thing a lot of people have to understand is pirates, a lot of them, especially back in the time that we idolize, became pirates because they were formerly in the military, and after their service, they didn't know how to do anything else. They didn't have any work, but they needed to provide for their families, so they went out to sea. Seeing those little dashes of portrayal happening in One Piece is always something that I really enjoy, and that little level of detail that Oda can just add to things really helps to flesh out the mindset of some people that you might not always think of in the story of such a large world. We all know for a fact that this is Buggy. Is he ever really on top of the world, or is he fronting? Because right now it looks like he is very much fronting, because then we shift over to seeing him just ahead up on a spike, essentially, while you have Crocodile and Mihawk basically discussing what their next moves are gonna be. And they look at Buggy as just this worthless thing. They basically are using him as a figurehead. They've been using him as a figurehead ever since they formed Cross Guild, but they're trying to figure out what their next big move is. But Buggy is seeing what Shanks is doing. We're having a little bit of a flashback here of seeing that, oh, he looked down on Shanks for not just immediately trying to go after the One Piece. Shanks wanted to wait. He wanted to wait till he was ready, till it was the right time. Does he have information that we don't currently have, that Buggy didn't have? I like to think so. Shanks normally is that kind of guy, that he is a very structured person. He knows when things are supposed to happen. That's why we still haven't had the Shanks and Luffy meet back up part of the story yet that we're all waiting on, because Shanks does things when time is right. And now the time is right, and Buggy is freaking out, so he wants to go after it, but Crocodile is not having it. Hawkeye Mihawk is not having it. So what does Buggy do? He screams to basically his entire little clown nation of pirates that it is time for him to stand up and go after the One Piece, and they're all cheering, but then you have Mihawk and Crocodile mad at him because, this isn't what their plan is. They just want riches more than everything. It's not about the title for them. So this is typical fun Buggy type of shenanigans. Buggy fails up. He will get himself down, and he will find a way to reach for the stars. Look at where this guy started out, and look at where he is at now, being one, we have had him as a warlord, a Yonko. This guy is gonna be the Pirate King. He better be, because he's who I'm rooting for. I love you, Luffy. I love a lot of the One Piece characters, but it would just be so funny. It doesn't have to be the whole time. I just want to see Buggy become the Pirate King for like 5 minutes until Luffy takes it from him. Like, just give us that like chapter maybe, Oda, of thinking that this is the direction that the story is gonna go. But after that, boom, then we're gonna be heading over because now we have Sabo coming back to the Revolutionaries. And we got to see Eva, one of my favorite characters. I always love seeing Eva. Everyone's kind of mad at Sabo because he hasn't been like communicating to the best of their knowledge. He says that he has been trying, but he couldn't get the same type of transmitter to go and talk to them. So whatever, you know, it is what it is. But he is back and now he is going to tell them what really happened at Marie Joie. Like, we are going to finally figure out what happened there because it has been nothing but mystery of who did what and who was where and who's actually gone and so on and so forth. So it looks like we're finally supposed to get answers to it. At least that's the way that the end of the chapter looks. I don't trust Oda. Oda will do that where he'll be like, and I'm about to reveal it. And then it'll be like way later that it's finally revealed what they talked about. Like, please tell us what happened. We're too late in the game for you to just be like, I'll tell you about it later. There's not a whole lot of later left. We have at least like only 5 more years of One Piece left. And I know that that is, you know, probably, I don't know, it feels like it's probably going to be another 5 years. It might not be. Knowing Oda, he will probably stretch it into 5 years and say that it was only supposed to be 2. So yeah, we don't have time for more mysteries to be popping up. We're just supposed to be solving all the mysteries now, Oda. But yes, what happened? I want to know. All in all, I thought that this was a very fun chapter. I always love getting to see more of Buggy. I really enjoy the little flashbacks of finding a bit more about Shanks and Buggy from the past. I would read an entire manga series that is just nothing but like Shanks and Buggy when they were kids together. That sounds like such a fantastic manga idea. Maybe that'll be like a prequel series that Oda does after all of this is over. But I want to see more of that. I love getting to see more of the revolutionaries. Eva is one of the best characters. So seeing Eva and Dragon and Sabo all together is just awesome to me. Of course, I want to see more Dragon. He's a lot like Shanks. We know very little about him when it really comes down to everything. So I'm excited to see more of him. And I really like seeing the Marines terrified of the world. Not just terrified of pirates, but terrified of the world. That makes me very happy with the direction that things might be going, because now they can't sit back in their chairs and just watch things happen anymore. They have to solve things. They have to take down Cross Guild. And where's Cross Guild going? Well, Cross Guild is currently going to try and get the One Piece. They're going to Laugh Tale. And so where are the Marines going to go? They're going to go to Laugh Tale. So where is Shanks going? Shanks is going to Laugh Tale. Everybody's headed to Laugh Tale. It is time for our big all-out war. Let's get Luffy over there. Let's get Law. Well, I don't know what's going on with Law. Law might not be standing up for a short amount of time, hopefully not a long amount of time. Well, I don't know. Let's try and get Law over there once he's not in so much pain. We need Blackbeard. We need everybody to go over there. Let's get the fleet going. Bartholomew, gather the troops. We need our fleet, because it is time for the big war, and I could not be more excited. I hope that you enjoyed this chapter as much as I did. I hope that you love the direction that things are going, and I hope that you love the video that I just made for you. Please go and give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. You know, go and give me that subscribe. We need to get those numbers up. Comment if you want to talk about One Piece with me, and as always, have yourself a beautiful day.